Imagine holding a simple-looking quarter that could secretly be worth a fortune. A coin you might have once spent on candy could actually make you a millionaire overnight. These rare Washington quarters hide shocking secrets, some valued in the millions. Let's uncover the unimaginable wealth behind these extraordinary coins. First up, the 1970 Washington quarter-dollar coin is one of the most shocking pieces of American currency ever created. A simple 25-cent coin that hides unimaginable fortune inside its metal. Many people walk past such coins every single day, never realizing they could be holding something capable of changing their lives overnight. Imagine discovering that one small quarter in your pocket, the same kind you might use for a vending machine or a bus ride, could actually be worth millions of dollars. That is the mysterious magic of the 1970 Washington quarter. It's not just a coin, it's a secret ticket to wealth, a tiny metal miracle that can transform anyone's destiny in an instant. When the United States Mint produced the 1970 quarter, no one could have imagined it would become one of the most desired and valuable quarters in the history of coin collecting. It was a time when minting technology was less perfect than today, and even a small error could slip through unnoticed. These minor minting mistakes created some of the most fascinating coins ever found, and among them, the 1970 Washington quarter reigns supreme. One of its most famous versions was accidentally struck over a 1941 Canadian quarter, an unbelievable error that shouldn't even exist. You can actually see faint traces of the Canadian design beneath Washington's portrait if you look closely under magnification. That double-struck layering of two nations' coins created one of the rarest and most mysterious U.S. quarters in existence. Collectors around the world are fascinated by this specific error. The story of a coin struck on top of another nation's currency sounds almost mythical, yet it's completely real. Only a few pieces are known to exist, and when one appeared at auction, it shocked the numismatic community by selling for tens of thousands of dollars. Experts estimate that in pristine, uncirculated proof condition, a verified 1970s quarter struck over a Canadian quarter could easily reach or exceed $1 million value in today's market. That's right. A coin worth 25 cents could make you a millionaire if it's the right one. But even beyond that famous overstrike version, the 1970 quarter hides many surprises. Some of the coins minted in San Francisco, marked with the S mint mark, have a mirror-like proof finish that shines like glass under light. Proof coins were supposed to be sold only to collectors in sets, not released into circulation. Yet somehow, a few escaped the mint and ended up in regular pockets, laundromats, and cash drawers. If you ever find a 1970s proof quarter in flawless condition, especially one showing any doubling in the date or lettering, it could easily be worth tens of thousands or more depending on its rarity and condition. Some of these coins have already sold at auction for incredible sums, shocking even experienced coin dealers. The 1970 Washington quarter is also surrounded by mystery because of its composition. Officially, quarters of that era were no longer made of silver. The U.S. Mint had switched to copper-nickel-clad planchets in 1965. But somehow, a few 1970 quarters were mistakenly struck on leftover silver planchets from the 1960s, likely meant for earlier coins. These silver errors are among the rarest types of quarters in existence. A single silver planchet 1970 quarter can sell for huge amounts because it shouldn't exist at all. The color, weight, and ring of silver give it away to those who know what to look for. Imagine the thrill of finding one of those in your collection, a small disc of history that can instantly make you rich. Every tiny detail on the 1970 Washington quarter tells a story: the texture, the edges, the brightness, and even the way light dances off its surface. To a trained eye, small differences mean everything. The placement of the mint mark, the sharpness of Washington's hair, and the depth of the letters Liberty and In God We Trust can all help identify whether you found a valuable rarity or an ordinary coin. Some have doubling on the inscriptions, where the letters appear slightly duplicated, a clear sign of a die error that collectors pay enormous premiums for. Others have off-center strikes, thick rims, or unusual toning that gives them unique appeal and value. But the magic of the 1970 quarter isn't only in its metal or mint marks, it's in the legend that surrounds it. It represents the thrill of discovery, the idea that something so ordinary could be hiding unimaginable value right before your eyes. People all over the world are still searching through jars, drawers, and old piggy banks hoping to uncover this coin. Some have already found them and sold them for massive profits, while others are still dreaming of that moment when they'll spot the faint S mark or the overstrike lines that confirm their find is real. The emotional value of this coin goes beyond money. It connects generations, from grandparents who kept change in old jars to young collectors discovering the excitement of treasure hunting. The 1970 Washington quarter is a symbol of how tiny imperfections in the minting process can create legends worth fortunes. Each time you pick up an old coin, you're holding a piece of history that survived decades of hands, travels, and stories. And sometimes, one of those coins might just be the 1970 quarter that could make you unbelievably rich. So before you spend that next quarter, take a second look. Flip it under the light, check its mint mark, feel its edges, and listen to its tone. Because hidden among millions of ordinary quarters might be the one coin that changes everything. The 1970 Washington quarter dollar, a small piece of metal that carries within it the power to turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. It's a symbol of luck, history, and unbelievable fortune, waiting to be discovered by someone who dares to look closely enough. Second up, the 1986 Washington quarter dollar coin might look like an ordinary coin that you could find in your pocket, but the truth behind it is beyond imagination. This small piece of metal hides within it a shocking secret that has turned regular people into overnight millionaires. It's the kind of coin that proves miracles can happen in the most unexpected ways. If you ever come across one of these special 1986 quarters, hold on to it tightly, because it might just hold the power to change your fortune forever. Many collectors and experts around the world agree that certain 1986 Washington quarters are among the most valuable modern coins ever discovered, with some versions being worth not hundreds or thousands, but millions of dollars in today's market. Back in 1986, the United States Mint was producing coins using more advanced technology compared to the earlier decades, but even then, perfection was never guaranteed. A few coins slipped through the minting process with mysterious errors that turned them into rare masterpieces. Some were struck on the wrong planchets, small blank discs meant for different coins like dimes or even foreign currency. Imagine a Washington quarter accidentally struck on a smaller or silver planchet. That rare mistake created a coin that collectors today would fight fiercely to own. In flawless, uncirculated, or mint-proof condition, some of these coins have sold for shocking sums, even crossing the $1 million mark when authenticated by experts. The 1986 Washington quarter carries the timeless design of George Washington's proud profile on the obverse side, representing America's heritage and strength. But beneath that design, there exist hidden treasures, rare minting errors, double dies, off-center strikes, and even unique toning patterns that make some of these coins stand out. A small mark, a doubled letter, or a striking flaw invisible to the naked eye could make this coin worth more than gold. That's the true magic of numismatics. A tiny detail can create unimaginable value. In a world full of digital currencies, this old-fashioned coin continues to make headlines for being one of the most shockingly valuable coins of modern America. Collectors describe the 1986 quarter as the sleeping giant, because for decades, people didn't realize its hidden potential. Many of these coins circulated for years, passing from hand to hand, spent on candy, coffee, or parking meters, never revealing their secret worth. But now, as collectors dig deeper into American coin history, they're uncovering rare varieties of the 1986 quarter that could make you richer than you ever imagined. A flawless proof version with a bold, deep cameo finish, sharp rims, and perfect detail can reach sky-high auction prices. And if it carries even a small striking error, its value multiplies beyond belief. There are stories of people finding these coins accidentally, tucked away in old change jars, inherited collections, or forgotten rolls of quarters. One lucky collector discovered a nearly perfect 1986 quarter with a double die error on the word Liberty. When verified, it was valued at an unbelievable price, enough to buy a luxury car or even a house. Imagine what a flawless, uncirculated, or rare error coin could bring today in an international auction. It could easily be valued in millions. These coins are the kind that leave even professional coin dealers speechless. The beauty of the 1986 quarter isn't just in its design or metallic shine, it's in its story. It's a reminder that fortune hides in plain sight. Every year, people overlook treasures sitting in their own homes, unaware that a single coin could change their destiny. The 1986 Washington quarter is one of those coins that prove miracles can hide in ordinary places. Some of these coins, depending on where they were minted, marked with P for Philadelphia or D for Denver, can have slight variations that dramatically increase their value. A crisp strike, perfect edges, and uncirculated luster can push its price beyond imagination, especially if it carries a minting flaw that escaped the eyes of the U.S. Mint inspectors. There are also versions of this coin that have developed unique rainbow toning over time, a natural color shift caused by oxidation. Collectors call this nature's artwork, and they pay small fortunes for it. A 1986 quarter with deep iridescent colors shimmering across its surface can easily attract bidders willing to pay in the hundreds of thousands or even millions if the condition is pristine. The combination of natural beauty and historic rarity makes it one of the most desirable Washington quarters to ever exist. Every collector dreams of finding a coin like this, a hidden gem that looks ordinary but is secretly worth a fortune. And the truth is, many of these 1986 quarters are still out there, waiting to be discovered. Every coin roll, every old jar, every forgotten drawer could be hiding that one special piece. If you're lucky enough to find a flawless example or one with a rare minting error, don't make the mistake of spending it. Don't trade it for pocket change, because that coin might be worth a lifetime of luxury. The idea that a small, 25-cent coin could be worth millions might sound unbelievable, but in the world of rare coins, it's a reality. The 1986 Washington quarter dollar has already proved its potential to make millionaires overnight. It's not just a coin, it's a treasure chest sealed within metal. It represents a mix of American history, artistry, and sheer luck, the perfect combination for extraordinary value. Those who understand its rarity treat it not as currency but as a key to wealth, a collector's dream that keeps the excitement of discovery alive. So, next time you hold a quarter from 1986, look at it with different eyes. Study the shine, the edges, the markings, and the details that might set it apart. You could be holding a piece of metal that holds the power to change your life. Don't underestimate it. Don't spend it. Treasure it, because this coin, this small silver-like miracle, could be the one that turns your ordinary day into a billionaire's dream. The 1986 Washington quarter is living proof that sometimes the greatest treasures in life are not buried deep underground,